Hello, this is the unboxing of the April primary box. And as always, when you first open the box, you will find your flyer, which lists the items that are in the box, as well as their purpose. And then down at the bottom, ways that you can reach out to us through different various social medias, or even on YouTube. You can comment below, like and subscribe, and that's a good way to stay connected with all the things that we're doing over here. So in this box we have a rookie. It's called Scientists Ask Questions. As always, beautiful book, beautiful pictures. I will warn you now, there's a part about a ketchup experiment. If that is something that you do not want to do with your child, definitely have a conversation with them before about how this is for learning or something like that. Or you could do it with your child, which is also a great thing, but if not, please don't be totally surprised that there is a ketchup experiment in this one. And I know that these have been very popular, so I'm really excited to find a way to include them in the boxes. So I have our classification science experiment. This is something that I posted on our Instagram when we first started, before we were even a business. And it was the most popular thing that I've ever done. It generated so many followers and so many likes and so many questions. I even did a giveaway of my science album, the one that I made for all of these. Well, I'm sorry, not made. In collaboration with fellow science Montessorians, what I was posting was me presenting the materials using my items from information that I received from other Montessorians. But it was a really great experience because I felt like it really connected a lot of Montessori-inspired mothers or new preschool teachers to teach science in their classroom, not just math, language, and culture. I feel like those are very common in our world, but science was something that you just did when you went into nature, and I felt like this really bridged the gap. So with this science project or science lesson, you have two trays. And they'll actually both be white when you receive your box. A basket and some objects. I guess not real insects. They're objects. And I'm actually, the basket came from Montessori Services. I left the tag on it for you. So this is called classification. And basically this is teaching the concept of same and different and groupings. So when we talk about groupings, we could mean mammals or amphibians or animals that live in the water or animals with black hair or animals with 5 legs or 6 legs, or really any category that you can classify anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be an animal. But for this lesson, we're going to use insects, and these are not real insects and they're not true to life at all. The difference is what we're doing is we're really separating by color and shape. That's really the point. It's that isolation of concept. They're different, but how? Or they're same, but how? And through this lesson, they can determine how something can be the same as something else or different from something else at the same time. So how I present this lesson is 2 ways. One, you can say, today we're going to learn about classification. Can you please pick out an insect from this basket for me? And they can pick an insect, anyone you want. Or you can say, today we're going to learn about classification. I'm going to pick an insect and we're going to work on this together. And I'll pick an insect. These items are going to be the same. These are going to be different. Let's find something that's the same. Can you find something that's the same? They can do 2 things. They may choose another red insect. This is the same. They're both red. They may choose another spider. They're the same. They're both spiders. Both of these answers are correct. Now let's say you have your red spider. They chose it or you chose it, doesn't matter. and they choose a blue grasshopper. And they set it down. On this tray, I want to find things that are the same. Can I have a turn? Since you did invite them to pick something, you want to make sure. You can grab something that's the same. And then you can put something here that's different. When I present this lesson, I like to go back and forth the first time to make it very obvious what is the same and what's different. If you go back and forth, they see that you're actively sorting. There's not a weird pattern necessarily. I know there's a pattern with going back and forth, but they really see with every single one how drastically different they are. These are clearly all red. For me, I feel like the color separation is easier, so when I choose, I was going to do different color rather than the same insect. But in this presentation, be flexible. Listen to your child, talk to your child. There's no wrong way to do this. At the end of the day, as long as they have same and different on a separate tray, it doesn't matter which tray, same and different, then you've done this work correctly. An extension of this, let's say your child does this, they master it, and you're like, what do I do with this stuff now? You can use these for patterning. So you could have red spider, blue spider, yellow grasshopper, or spider, spider, grasshopper, or red, blue, yellow. And you could do red, blue, yellow. Patterning of sorts. Or you could do something where it's a little longer and they have to just figure out the last one. It's spider, spider, grasshopper. I don't know if I have that many spiders. Let's see here, grasshopper. And then what's the next one? We have spider, grasshopper, spider, grasshopper. What do you think is the next one in the pattern? It's a spider. Something like that. Oh man, I just realized you can't see this on here. Okay, here we go. Spider, grasshopper, spider, grasshopper. And then you can ask your child what goes next in the pattern, and then they can find the last one. That's probably the easiest patterning besides the match, the direct matching that I showed you right before this. You can also do things with these objects. You can talk about the insects themselves, what makes them insects. You can get a rookie on insects. Really, objects, baskets and trays, you can use them forever. Through even up until kindergarten, you can use, or even later, depending on what kind of objects you have, you can use them for quite a long time. But that is our April primary box. I hope you enjoyed this. Please reach out to us. Also, don't forget to subscribe and to comment below with any questions or thoughts on the box. Talk to you soon.